Difference between loan written off and loan waive off. Loan written off and loan waive off are distinct financial terminologies that pertain to debt management and have significant implications for both lenders and borrowers. These processes involve forgiving or cancelling a portion or the entirety of a debt owed by the borrower to the lender. However, despite appearing similar on the surface, these terms encompass different mechanisms and consequences. Both represent actions taken by lenders to address outstanding debt. However, the key distinction lies in the nature of the actions and the subsequent implications for both parties involved. Understanding these differences is crucial for borrowers and lenders to navigate debt management strategies effectively. Difference between the two. The terms are both distinct financial concepts related to debt management, yet they involve different mechanisms and implications for both borrowers and lenders. Loan written off primarily refers to an accounting process undertaken by lenders or financial institutions. It involves removing the unpaid loan amount from their financial records, typically considering it as an irrecoverable loss. This happens when the lender decides the borrower cannot repay the debt. Importantly, it doesn't relieve the borrower of the obligation to repay the debt. Instead, it signifies an internal accounting treatment by the lender, categorizing the debt as non-recoverable. Loan waive off. Conversely, it entails the deliberate action of the lender or creditor to willingly release the borrower from the responsibility to repay all or a portion of the outstanding debt. Numerous factors, such as prearranged settlements, the borrower's financial difficulties, or the outcome of a debt reduction plan, could lead to this. Key differences. Treatment by lender. It is an internal accounting procedure where the lender recognizes the loan as non-recoverable, while this involves the lender forgiving or relinquishing the debt owed by the borrower. Obligation for borrower. In this scheme, the borrower is not absolved from the legal obligation to repay the debt, even though it's been removed from the lender's accounting books. Conversely, it relieves the borrower from part or the entire obligation to repay the debt. What's the impact on credit score and financial history? Loan written off. Credit score impact. It can have a negative impact on the borrower's credit score. Although the lender considers the loan unrecoverable, this does not absolve the borrower of the need to repay the bill. As a result, the status of the written-off loan may still appear on the borrower's credit record, indicating financial distress or an inability to satisfy debt commitments. Financial history impact. The record remains on the borrower's credit report, indicating to future lenders or creditors that a previous debt was written off due to non-repayment. This can influence future credit decisions, potentially making it challenging to secure new credit or loans, as it reflects a history of financial hardship or inability to manage debt. Loan waive off. Credit score impact. It can have mixed impacts on the borrower's credit score. If the debt is fully forgiven, it may positively impact the credit score as the debt is removed, reducing overall indebtedness. However, if a partial amount is forgiven, it might show as settled or partially settled, which could have a neutral to a slightly negative impact on the credit score. Financial history impact. It may reflect favorably on the borrower's financial history, especially if it shows a willingness to resolve. Manage the debt. However, it might still be visible on the credit report as a settled or partially settled account, impacting future creditworthiness assessments to some extent. Considerations. Future creditworthiness. Both the schemes, although different in their implications, might signal financial distress to future creditors or lenders. This could affect the borrower's ability to secure new credit, loans, or favorable interest rates in the future. Credit reporting period. Both schemes might remain on the credit report for a certain period. Generally, negative credit information, such as a written-off or partially settled loan, can stay on the credit report for several years. Legal and regulatory aspects demystified. The legal and regulatory aspects of the two schemes involve different considerations and implications, both for lenders and borrowers. Loan written off. Legal framework, as an internal accounting process adopted by lenders or financial institutions. It's primarily an accounting treatment to reflect non-recoverable debts. From a legal perspective, this action doesn't absolve the borrower from the obligation to repay the debt. The status, however, might reflect the lender's acknowledgement that the debt is unlikely to be recovered. Regulatory compliance. Lenders must comply with specific accounting and regulatory standards when writing off loans. These standards often involve reporting and disclosure requirements, ensuring transparency in financial statements. Regulators may require lenders to adhere to specific protocols while dealing with non-performing assets, ensuring proper documentation and categorization of loans that are written off. Loan waive off. Legal framework. It involves a deliberate decision by the lender to release the borrower from part or the entirety of the debt obligation. It could be a result of negotiated settlements, financial hardship, or as part of a debt relief program. From a legal perspective, this action is a formal agreement between the lender and the borrower, involving mutual consent to waive off the debt. Regulatory compliance, it often requires legal documentation, such as a formal agreement or contract, to record the waiver. Depending on the nature of the loan and jurisdiction, there might be specific regulatory and compliance requirements that lenders need to fulfill when forgiving debt. Such processes ensure that the waiver is legally binding and properly documented. Implications for borrowers and lenders. Borrower perspective. For borrowers, while loan written off might relieve the pressure from the lender to pursue repayment aggressively, it doesn't eliminate the legal obligation to repay the debt. However, it directly impacts the borrower, relieving them from part or the entirety of the debt, potentially leading to improved financial standing. Lender perspective. Lenders must ensure compliance with legal and regulatory obligations when dealing with loan forgiveness, be it writing off loans or waiving them. The legal framework ensures proper accounting treatment and documentation for non-recoverable debts and formal agreements for debt waivers. Overall considerations. The legal and regulatory aspects have implications for financial reporting, compliance, and documentation. Lenders and borrowers must navigate these processes with a clear understanding of the legal frameworks and the regulatory requirements involved in debt forgiveness. Seeking legal counsel and professional advice is essential for ensuring compliance and understanding the legal implications of these debt management practices. When and how to apply these two. Determining when and how to apply for either of the schemes involves careful consideration and often requires adherence to specific procedures. The application of these debt management approaches varies based on individual circumstances and the agreement between the lender and borrower. When to apply loan written off. Irrecoverable debts. It is typically applied when the lender deems the debt as non-recoverable. This decision is often based on the borrower's prolonged default, insolvency, or other circumstances indicating an inability to repay the debt. Accounting treatment. Lenders utilize the scheme as an accounting practice to reflect the non-recoverable debt on their financial statements. It's often a measure taken after exhausting all efforts to collect the debt and considering it as uncollectible. How loan written off is applied. Evaluation and decision. Lenders conduct an evaluation to determine the loan's non-recoverability, usually following specific internal procedures and guidelines. This includes assessing the borrower's financial situation and any collateral or security associated with the loan. Accounting treatment. Once the decision is made to write off the loan, the lender removes the debt from their balance sheet as a non-performing asset. This accounting treatment reflects the acknowledgement of the loss from the non-recoverable debt. When to apply loan waive-off. Negotiated settlements. It may be considered when lenders and borrowers negotiate settlements, agreeing to partially or entirely forgive the debt. This often occurs in cases of financial hardship or as part of a debt relief program. Voluntary agreement. It may be an option when lenders voluntarily agree to waive part or the entirety of the debt, leading to improved financial conditions for the borrower. How loan waive-off is applied. Negotiation and agreement. For the loan waive-off to be effective, there needs to be an agreement between the lender and borrower. This could involve a formal contract or agreement detailing the terms of the debt waiver. Documentation. Proper documentation is crucial, outlining the terms of the waiver, the amount forgiven, and the mutual agreement between the parties. This documentation ensures the legal validity of the debt waiver. Considerations for both approaches. Legal counsel. Seeking legal advice is essential to ensure that the application of the two schemes is compliant with legal and regulatory requirements. Impact on credit. Understanding the potential impact on credit scores and financial history is crucial before applying these approaches. Both methods might affect the borrower's credit profile differently. Demystifying myths and misconceptions. Myth 1. Loan written off means debt is forgiven. Explain the myth. It doesn't absolve the borrower from the legal obligation to repay the debt. Clarify. It's an internal accounting procedure by lenders, indicating the non-recoverability of the debt. Myth 2. Loan waive-off erases debt without consequences. Describe the myth. It doesn't necessarily mean a debt is erased without any consequences for the borrower. Clarify. It might reflect as settled or partially settled on credit reports, potentially impacting credit scores. Myth 3. Loan written off or waive-off implies no further legal action. Explain the myth. Borrowers might think no further legal action can be taken after loan written off or waive-off. Clarify. While these actions relieve immediate pressure, legal obligations may still exist, impacting creditworthiness. Myth 4. Loan forgiveness doesn't affect future creditworthiness. Describe the myth: borrowers might assume their future creditworthiness is unaffected by loan forgiveness. Clarify: it can impact future credit decisions and interest rates due to the credit report's history. Realities and considerations. Legal and financial implications. Address the legal and financial aspects that borrowers should consider. Impact on credit scores. Discuss the impact on credit scores and financial histories after loan forgiveness. Regulatory compliance. Highlight the importance of understanding legal and regulatory compliance involved in these processes. Decision making. Emphasize the significance of seeking financial advice and understanding implications before opting for loan forgiveness.